What does it mean to be disciplined? Hey, what's up? Jason here, and we still talking about attitude, which is what we're going over on the Success Puzzle with Bob Proctor's self-coaching program. And today, while I was listening to the videos and doing my self-training, uh, the thing that really popped in my head was, what does it mean to be disciplined? Because I hear this word all the time, but you don't see discipline. And a lot of times we relate discipline to the military. However, I don't think that's the correct way to be disciplined. And I'm explaining why. And so, first, you know how I like to do it. You have to always define a word. We can't keep going off definitions from schools that some books from who knows when it was written told us, or just things that people told us that a word mean. We have to really start defining the words for ourselves. And it's funny because in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, they talk about this. And also, I'm reading Greatest Salesman in the World Part 2 by Og Mandino. And it's just talking about this too in the chapter I just finished reading. And so, what is the definition of discipline? The first definition I found said showing a controlled form of behavior or way of working. That don't really say nothing to me. That don't really mean nothing. What is a controlled form of behavior? There's no picture in my head when I read this, so it brings no order to my mind. I don't understand this. Let me know if you understand that definition. And then I found this second one, which I thought was a little bit better. And so let's get into it. It says, able to carefully control the way that you work, live, or behave, especially to achieve a goal. Now, I thought this was really interesting because it hit something really specific, to achieve a goal. And how do we achieve a goal? And so going back to the study material, our attitude is the composite of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, which in turn produces our results, or us getting our goal. So to be disciplined really means we need to discipline our attitude. Are we having an attitude towards someone who's going to be able to lose weight? Do we have the attitude of someone who's going to eat healthier? Do we have the attitude of someone who's going to go out and exercise every day? I thought that really hit home because it's like, hold up. We've always been taught or been compared to look at military people as being disciplined. And as someone who was in the military, I thought I was disciplined. But the truth was, the military just made us kind of, I don't want to use the word discipline in, but the military made us become very regimented. And so we did regimented things. You fold your corners to a certain angle. Your things got to be rolled to a certain level. All these little nitpicky things. It was a regimented thing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as soon as I got out of the military, I stopped all of it. I stopped making my beds, everything. And it took me once I started studying success, about 4 years ago is when I started consistently making my bed again. So the military didn't make me disciplined, or I would have kept doing something like that all this time. Also, I would have been getting success in all other areas of my life. And when I started putting these two and two together, realizing that we've been taught to actually try to discipline our actions, which makes no sense if it's our attitude that controls our action. Our attitude is a composite of our actions, thoughts, and feelings. So just trying to discipline one area cannot get us what we want. And let's just look at the top 3 areas where we all usually have some form of goal. As far as health, how many times have you probably done a diet, but in the whole time in your mind, your attitude was not about having a healthy lifestyle. It was just about getting the diet over with, getting that certain number on the scale, and getting done and go back to your old eating. That means you had an attitude of just being the same person. And I'm gonna tell you from my experience, I remember clearly plenty of times when I was doing different diets, doing even different exercise programs, thinking that was gonna give me more results. I was trying to discipline my actions, but my thoughts, my attitude towards being a healthier person was not there. They were nowhere near there. And you can see the difference between who I am now and who I was then, just with health. That shows you, think about it. I used to be a person who had the attitude of someone that had a heart attack, that had diabetes, that couldn't walk well, was in constant pain, needed a CPAP machine, like taking over 40 prescription pills a day, all of these things, and that's just a few of the things I'm naming off. I'm not even naming off everything right now. And I can tell you, I remember my attitude being very shitty. It was a horrible attitude. It wasn't the attitude of someone who's traveling across the world, someone who's now living in South Africa by himself. Like, this stuff is really important. Even looking at it from, let's go to happiness. Right now, I am genuinely happy. I am happy. Like, do I have moments of sadness? Yes, but I am happy, even though I lost the person that I love most in this world. Like, really think about that. But yet, there was a time ago when I was suicidal. Like, I don't have the same attitude anymore. If we really focus on this and discipline our attitude, we are guaranteed to get the results that we want. And I can tell you, I'm living proof of this. And there's plenty of other people that's living proof of this. If you ever follow Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, anybody that's a famous athlete or a comedian, someone like that, they had to get the attitude to get there. Like, they didn't just, oh, I'm not gonna be anybody, and then they got lucky. Luck doesn't happen. If we discipline our attitude, we'll start disciplining and getting the goals that we want in life. And so I'm gonna keep talking about this because I want to really be able to break this down really good. 'Cause I think this is something, well, I know it's something we're not taught in school. Like, if you look at the school systems, it's directly trying to force you to get into a regimented habit. It doesn't teach you how to discipline your thought. Most of us don't even know what thoughts are. I didn't learn this until a year to 2 years ago. So I'm gonna keep going over this and I'm gonna keep breaking this down for you. And so let me know what your biggest takeaway about this one was, and do you plan on changing your attitude?